What's up? What's up, everybody? This is episode 2 of the Dive In podcast. I know Tuesday we was just talking about Game of Thrones and House of Dragons, but I'm a very complex person. I like a lot of things, and we got another one of the things that I love is shoes and streetwear. So we diving into that today. I got one of my best friends ever, my brother from another, Mr. Sam is here. He's going to be rocking with us today. So what's up, Sam?
How you doing, bro?
What's up, buddy? Let's go. So look, me and him talk sneakers and like streetwear all day, every day, all day. And why not bring him on and y'all can step into our world about what we're talking about. He think he just put me on everything, but I can say he did put me on eBay. eBay got I got 75% of my sneakers off of eBay, so I gotta give him my props for that, give him his props for that. But I just want to ask you, bro, like, how did you find out about eBay? How did you know that you can buy sneakers and things off eBay?
Let's see. So I ain't gonna lie. So the vast majority of a lot of my motivations for like finding things for affordable prices. I was big on, especially when I first got on there, on finding authentic. Cause I had early on in me getting into sneakers, my share of buying some fake shoes, you know, so we get in that, you know, a little bit later with it. eBay, essentially around that time was when we really market releases for purchasing shoes.
What time was that?
So when I found eBay, it was about, well, when I started purchasing on eBay, it's probably about 09.
Oh, nine? Sheesh.
Yeah, so I think I probably was like 11th grade, maybe.
Okay.
11th grade.
What's the first shoes you bought?
First shoes. I want to say the black and green half cents.
Wow. Did you have them in Talladega?
Yeah, I had them in Talladega.
Okay.
Man, it's probably only a few shoes that I don't have in my collection. I try and hold on to everything, you know, as you know.
Yeah.
So, but as far as eBay, like I said, Flight Club was one of the premier, like authentic marketplaces for shoes around that time. And they were taxing the same as they are now.
Yeah.
So eBay, and you had to really search around that time, like, 'cause it was less, what's the word? It was less, not restrictions, but it was less security. So it was easy to be scammed, you know. But yeah, that's the origin story of eBay.
Man, I remember you told me about it, and you know, I feel like it's a trend because every time you go on eBay, you start off with the vintage shoes. For some reason, I don't know why, I started off with some vintage shoes, and then when I got into the game, it was like, no, you can buy other shoes. I don't know why I was going the vintage route. I was getting like I forgot what was my first shoes I bought. Probably some like New Balances or something. But I went the vintage route, and then once I started learning eBay and learning this and that, I figured out like, no, it's more out there. You can bargain, you can bid, and things like that. So it was a process. It's a process. I remember, it's a funny story. Me and Sam always laugh about this. I got a job in 2017, and I got this big like bonus. It was like $1,000 bonus added to my check. And don't say that. Let me say it. So look, I wanted the Gatorade so bad, bro. I just thought the Gatorades was the flyest shoe out at that time, and they still fire. They still fire. So I went to I went to Fight Club, bro. I was thirsty. I didn't look nowhere else or anything, and I paid $280 plus like shipping and all that stuff. Where it came out to like I forgot what it came out to, but he always cracked down on me like, bro, this man paid $280 for some Gatorades. So my name at that point was Mr. 280 because I paid them for some Gatorades, bro. The Gatorades trash?
Hey, look, do the song.
It's your boy 280. But man, it was crazy because like I wanted the green and orange ones, but the white and orange was still sufficient. Like they still was good. They were still good.
Nah, most definitely. And I want to jump in real quick on that. Like the funny thing is, because this is what, like you said, 2017?
2017, yep.
So around that time, because like everybody knows, like the sneaker market, it always fluctuates. It's like a real stock market.
Yeah.
So at that time, things were still going for like retail or below.
Exactly.
Like some black cement 3s or bread 4s. So, and I'm telling him, I'm like, listen, man, be patient, bro. It's gonna drop. Like you can get it probably at retail or maybe a little above. And you're like, nah, I need them, man. I need them. I'm like, man, that's an
No, but look, let's go backstory. Prior to this, bro, I didn't have a job for a long time. So with me getting all this money, and to the fact that I had a chance to get it, I was seeing blood, bro. I didn't care. I had the money and I needed the shoes. So that's why I really jumped off the course and paid that much money for them, but it was okay. I surpassed 280 now. I paid how much I paid for them is just crazy. My boy asked, we got a question. Somebody asked, do you believe Jordans are falling off?
To me, or just both of us? Like,
I'm gonna answer it too, though. But what do you believe Jordans are falling off?
It's like I said previously, man. It's like the stock market. Jordans will never fall off.
Yeah,
Jordans is like it's like the pinnacle of sneakers. You know, like Jordan, which obviously falls under the Nike umbrella, but I mean, it's gonna have its ebbs and flows. I think we're at that point because of this move, where sneakers are now like starting to sit because people just don't have funds to be able to keep up with every release.
Yeah.
Jordans will be here forever.
Yeah. My take on it is it's so many options now. You got Yeezy going crazy. Adidas besides Yeezys, because I feel like the NMD is trying to make another little run. New Balance is going so crazy right now. So it's like it's so many other options besides Jordan, where it's like you got to pick and choose. Of course, the main Jordans like the Breads and all them the Concords and stuff. Those gonna always be the mainstay. But with all these other options and these collabs, bro, did you see them collabs? They just dropped? Joe Freshgood got a new collab with, I think he got the 550 model. No, not the 550. It's some model, but he went so crazy, bro. Joe Freshgood undefeated right now.
You know how I feel, man. But hold on real quick. I want to backtrack a little bit.
Okay.
So a key thing like that Jordan question. Like, if you notice, right, I've been paying attention to the resale on the Jordan 1 Texas.
Okay.
They like yellow toe, basically.
Yeah.
Like yellow toe. Bro, if this was, let's say, mid-2020, 2021, bro, the resale on those would be like 3 something, 4 something, right?
100%.
But those just barely going over retail.
But they mass producing them, though. They mass producing them, so everybody can get them.
Bro, mass production ain't never stopped nothing.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
production ain't never stopped nothing, man. It's
But
like
I don't know.
still, bro. Like think about it, right? Even with the Royal Toes or whatever it was, you remember the ones that came out like 2021? They had the Royal with like the black toe box.
Yeah.
Bro, like I'm not being funny, but in my opinion, I wasn't feeling those. And it's like the minute they drop 3 something, 4 something, you know. But I'm feeling like these Texas ones easily, man.
Bro.
I think they're gonna jump up in value.
Cause them mugs fire.
They super fire.
Them mugs fire. My boy asked, do you like the Belvins? You talking about the Belvin ones? The J Belvin ones?
Or the twos? Because you know he just
I didn't see the twos.
I think they like the sky blue, royal blue color.
The J Belvin twos?
I think so. I think
on Twitch, Tess. On Twitch. I didn't know that. Hold on. Wait. Let me see.
Because they got his little symbol in the back with a little smiley face and the lightning bolt.
Nah, I seen them. That's why I can't remember. I don't like him. His ones.
I like him better than the.
No. His ones, I ain't gonna lie. I like his ones a lot, actually. I wouldn't spend the bread on the ones. The twos, hard pass.
Bro, I like the twos better than the ones.
What?
Because, listen, and that's when we different. Like, you like the loud colorway.
Yeah.
Like, even though that blue is loud, I don't like all the colors on that Jordan 1. Like, I feel like it's just too much.
They fit so perfect, and I like the material on them. I seen some couple people have some amazing fit with them ones. Them tools, I just can't see it. I can't see it with them. They look like some the Python tools. The off-brand Jordan tools, the Pythons.
No,
they give me that vibe.
They legendary, man.
Yeah,
legendary shoe.
Nah.
I feel you. I get what you're saying.
You know, but I don't know. It's just I don't think Jordan would go. But would sell out. Will fall off. Jordan will never fall off. But it's just so many options right now that, man, you gotta pick and choose. Yeah. You gotta pick and choose. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I'm so glad Nautica was there. Nautica. Shout out to Nautica. But New Balances was there for me when I didn't have no money. Chill out, Tez. It was. And when I had no money, $50 shoes, I get the 574s and I'm good. Different colorways. But now with the collabs and things like that, bro, New Balance is undefeated, bro.
I feel you on that.
Okay, bet.
But see, when you say undefeated, I look at that the same way as Thomas. Like, what's the one that's big right now? The model?
The 2002R?
The 2002R.
Bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. If I can get every colorway of those, I would. I just seen some the other day. I was just like, bro, if I was an irresponsible individual, if I didn't care about paying rent, I would give me a couple pair. I can't even lie. The 2002Rs is easily one of the best models out right now.
Bro, I think potentially like down the line, I think it's gonna be up there with like I'm 7.4. It's gonna be a classic. No.
Yes, and then the 550s last year, they was going crazy with the 550s.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But hold on. Look, we had our differences with them.
But what happened with that? You hit me like, bro, I ain't gonna lie. The 550s is kind of cold. Bro, the 550s is a modernized vintage shoe that New Balance did a perfect capitalization on.
Yeah, I agree.
The 550s is a good shoe that came out with some fire colorways. And what's the collab with what's her name? The collab they did that really boosted the 550s. LMAA, what's her name?
Oh, she had the Jordan collab too, right?
Yes, yeah, whatever her name is.
Is it Lily May?
Yes, whoever she is, when she dropped that that cream and blue, I don't know, that cream and like olive color. Whoa, them 550s went so crazy, man. I was just, man.
Bro, it's not even that. It's like my first look at the 550s, I'm like, man, this is like a generic 2K.
What?
Like, dude, I'm like, bro, what kind of people going crazy? And it was not long following the dash sheet trend. Like,
yeah, you got to though.
Hey, people are losing things, but that's the beautiful thing with sneakers. Some people love it, some people like it, some people hate it. And for me, the 550s was a hate shoe at first. I'm like,
but that's why one thing I say, sneakers is like music. It's timeless. Once you start seeing it and you start seeing it with like different type of fits and seeing it in person, you get to liking it. You get to liking it. Or with a song, you keep hearing the song so much, you're like, hold on, wait, maybe it ain't that bad, bro. Maybe it ain't that bad. So that's how it is with the 550s for me. I just like them instantly because it is what it is. But my boy just asked, what was your latest pickup? What's the last shoe you got? Your latest pickup.
Man, you know the backstory for right now.
Yeah. What is the last shoe you got though? What's the last shoe you got?
It's been a drought, man, for me. You know, certain responsibilities, but I got I won the what do you call it?
The Belugas, right?
The raffle for the Beluga.
Yeah.
2.0s.
Yeah. So the Belugas, dang, it been that minute. It been a long time for that. That been since like May, right?
No, Beluga came out what, January, December?
Dang, it ain't been 9 months. No, it haven't. The Belugas came out like April, May, bro.
No, Belugas came out in December.
Bro, it hasn't been 9 months.
Hold on. I bought the Stussy Air Force One 2 on the time.
Okay. Oh yeah.
The low top.
Let me see when the Belugas came out.
Because the mids wasn't out then. The low top, the black Air Force One was Stussy. But I play catch up, man. So
yeah, delayed W's. You know what I'm saying? My last shoe I got was for my birthday. What did I get? I got the Wave Runners. Got the Wave Runners for the birthday. That's the last shoe I got, and that was in July.
Hold on, bro. I'm finna do some corny stuff like they do on some of the podcasts, man. You gotta give us flowers. Because we done came from humble beginnings.
Yeah.
And your collection has, which is going to be an understatement, but it has risen to the occasion.
Okay.
Your collection, man, when we talking about teams, you, between Off-Whites, the JTHs, the Not Wave Runners, which was a delayed W.
Yeah.
But you got them, man, so I got to give you your flowers.
Because bro,
you're doing your thing with it.
You know where I came from, just from when we met in college, all I had was some Converse, some black Dookies, and them Roche runs. Bro, backstory. Back in the day, bro, we didn't have it. We didn't have it like that. So I told you, $50 New Balances, or we get one pair of shoes, we get some white pair of Dookies. If you know what Dookies is in Milwaukee, we call Air Force Ones Dookies. So, some black pair of Dookies or some white pair of Dookies that's gonna last us the whole year. Sometimes we can be kind of edgy and get some colorful shoes, but that's one pair a year. So when I start getting some money under my belt and start, taking care of responsibilities and having so much money extra, bro, I started to fall in love with. Like, I used to put sneakers on the back burner because I knew I couldn't get them. But I always loved sneakers. But when I got a chance to be able to get shoes that I've been making up for, bro, I knocked out all my grails except one. But I've been getting all of my shoes, bro. I've been making up for all
time. I gotta stop you. What's the grail you ain't get yet?
What's the 9 that I want?
I don't know. Oh, that's the topic for a whole other day.
Once I get the Kilroy 9s, I'm retiring. I am hanging my jersey Once I get the Kilroy 9s that touch these size 15s, I'm done. I'm retiring, bro. The Kilroy 9s will be in my collection.
Bro, you never gonna retire.
Bro, right. At this point,
you gonna be collecting forever.
No, but for real though, but like, I was just so happy that I was able to just knock out those shoes, bro. And now we here. We got so many shoes. I get to actually have an option of shoes to wear. So I'm just grateful about that. I remember when you told me, I think I caught on to Carhartt when you start telling me about Carhartt. So it was about the same time. So, I'll give you your props on that. Not really, but it was at the same time, so I'll give you your props, I guess. I just want to put on record that Carhartt is the most reliable. It is, like, Carhartt is just my primary, bro. It's the primary shirts that I wear. It's just, like, when you finna go to the club and you go to the gas station and get, like, a white tee, that's how Carhartt is for me, bro. Carhartt is the best, bro. It's the best.
Bro, it's it's funny you said, like, when you bring up Carhartt, it's because it's like, they're not known for streetwear.
Exactly.
Obviously they've had collabs in the past few years with streetwear.
Mm-hmm.
But and shout out to this YouTube because you might say he's faded to obscurity, but a lot of people don't know about him. His name was Yo Antsy Kicks. YOANTY Kicks.
Yeah.
Bro, if ain't nobody heard of him, look him up. Fits, they basic, but it's like the way he would throw them together.
Mm-hmm.
Man, he would like have some Carhartt, like the Henleys, like the one you got with the buttons.
Yeah.
Bro, and I'm like, that was what kind of really made me start paying attention to Carhartt in terms of just like everyday wear and not for work. And I'm like, man, I gotta get me some Carhartt.
Yeah. When I realized how cheap they was and how it was able to fit my body, because after the pandemic, I was always big, but now I ain't skinny fat no more, so I'm fat now. I'm fat. So, but Carhartt was so reliable where I can be comfortable and I can look fly. They go with everything. You got different types of colors. Because I bought the white, the black, the green, and the cream one so many times that it's crazy, bro. That is so many crazy. So I just appreciate Carhartt so much because it really helped me to be able to still be fly while gaining a little weight. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie.
Right.
But it was another brand that you was telling me about that you've been rocking with. What was that brand?
Oh, another brand?
It wasn't because you was rocking with you said Old Navy had the joggers, but it was another like Tahiti. What was that called?
Hold on, bro. I'm trying to think. Because hold on. Like after that, I started catching on to LLB, and that's something that a lot of people know.
Yeah.
LLB. They make like if you go to like LLB website, it's like super old people clothing.
But
like it looks old, but for me, I love it. Like I love that outdoors aesthetic.
Yeah.
Like that outdoor woodsy. I can't think of the other brand, but like
I'm gonna have to bring it back to you when I figure it out. But that's one thing I love about streetwear, though. There's no boundaries with streetwear. You can wear anything, like anything that you can put. You can cut up your pants. I love how Virgil just changed the game with right on the sneakers or doing the age look. Like streetwear is no boundaries. Like you really, whatever you think of, you can wear it. A lot of people wearing the side bags, the big bucket hats and different things. Just fashion right now, streetwear right now is really a sight to see. Because people being so creative, man. I'm just loving this right now. I can't even lie.
Man, hold on, man. What you just mentioned in Virgil, like, because even when Off-White,
Facts.
as far as the Nike collab, because Off-White had existed before the Jordan collab, but I really didn't appreciate it until, because at first, I'm like, that's fake stuff, everybody doing it. But when I really think about that whole deconstructed shoe look, like he really created a whole, beyond just a wave, like it was a wave that every brand copied.
Facts.
Like, with the deconstructed look, I'm trying to think of some, I mean, that would be funny, but like even Nike copied.
Bro, everybody did.
You know,
it's like Virgil went against the grain, and that's why I love, bro. I love, you know me, the way I dress. I know you dislike it. You like, bro, why you writing on your shoes? I paid. No, I'm not to flex. I paid X amount of dollars, a lot of money for my Off-White 5s. Right. And I don't like 5s because the tongue is big. I cut the tongue off so it can be comfortable to me. And every shoe I get, I write a scripture because it's like what Andy did to make a toy a part of his family. If you are a shoe in my collection, you got to get a scripture, and that's just like how it is. And I just like how Virgil went against the grain and made a Jordan 1, the iconic, the sacred Jordan 1, deconstructed it, made it age, put the flaps off of it, put a little tag on it, and he changed the game. That streetwear don't have no boundaries, bro. No boundaries. You can wear whatever you want to wear.
Yeah.
Now that we talking, I'm gonna cut you off. Now that we talking about Off-White, we on Off-White. What's your favorite Off-White?
Bro, you always put me on the spot with these, man.
No, I go first. You know what my favorite is.
What's that? Oh, the 5?
No, the Off-White Prestos. It's legendary.
I love the black Off-White Presto. That's like one of those shoes that.
Facts.
When I got it one day, the Prestos come.
Bro, not the original Prestos too though. The one that got the black at the top and then like the cream at the bottom. Them original Prestos are iconic, bro.
They dope. But I'm still gonna put the all black with the white.
I can't lie. Yes, facts. They are fire. But that's my favorite Off-White. I love my Off-White 5s. I want the bro. I ain't gonna lie. I got the white Off-White 5s, but them black ones with the white laces, that's why I want some, bro. I love how creative people be. And Usher said something where like life is a collaboratory thing. We collab. We take from each other. I inspire some people. I get inspired. It's that's why I just love life. I think only mature people could admit that. You know what I'm saying? I seen somebody with some Off-White 5s, the black ones, and some metallic 5s. They put some white laces or some cream laces, and it changed my life. I wanted to be a better person after I seen that. Like, it was really fire, bro. And I just love how people just come up with these ideas with streetwear, bro. It's no boundaries.
No, most definitely, man.
You like that? Yeah, they fire.
Because I want to jump in. I remember at one point, because I always keep track of, like, it's just a mental thing. You ain't even just doing it just to do it, but I keep track of, like, the errors. And I remember at one point, man, everybody was hating on the yellow shoes. Man, I just like the fresh look. I want them to be new. And for me, that's again another aesthetic that I love. I love the yellow, the beat up look.
Yeah.
You know. And to add into that, right? So a lot of people don't pay attention to other communities outside of sneaker culture, like Jordans, Nikes, or whatever. But you know, with Vans, you had like and I remember my sister telling me about a guy some years ago who loved, like, when you get white Vans, he would dirty them up immediately. And at that time, I'm like, I might have been like 15, 16. I'm like, I don't understand it. But then as the years went by, like, I'm looking at the 5s, and then when they did the when they started. I think they started with the Bordeaux 7s. When they
Mm-hmm.
started doing the what's it called, like the OG treatment, and they put the Nike on the back for the fives, the metallic fives.
Mm.
I think they started with the Bordeaux 7s in 2015 when they were doing like the OG treatment.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I love this OG treatment, especially when it ages. I'm like, man, the yellow stones, even if they like ain't beat up, but it's yellow.
Yeah.
I'm like, I love it,
Especially on fives.
man.
A
That's
beat
like,
up, aged bottom five is amazing.
bro, even think about it, right? Think about what they were doing to like the icy soles in like 2013, 2012 with Jordans. Remember they were putting that blue tint on it
Yeah.
to prevent them from yellow.
From getting yellow, yeah.
And you fast forward like 5 years later, now they intentionally starting them off like damn near yellow.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, this it's crazy, man. Like,
But you know, some of the OGs gonna always, no, I just need mine to be fresh. People in the South prefer, that's what I'm talking about. People in the South love they fresh Jordans. They fresh Jordans. But, looking for that shirt, Dre. They love they fresh Jordans. But now the world is expanding because of Virgil. Shout out to Virgil again. He changed the landscape of deconstructing dirty look for these iconic shoes that people are wearing.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, who would have thought that somebody would deconstruct the most iconic shoe ever, and one of the iconic shoes ever, a Jordan 1? Like, who would have thought that?
bro.
Who would have thought
I'm
that?
not being funny. I'm not being funny, right? You know how they say songs like, what? I can't think of the lyrics. Talk about jumping over the jump man or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like the Jordan 1 off whites, in my opinion, like just based on what I see, they surpassed the OGs.
Bro, it was a conversation that we had. I mean, that I seen on Twitter. They said, "Would you take an original or the off white?" And a lot of people that were saying the off white, they were saying you a hype beast, this and things like that. But I'm a person, I like to go against the grain. You getting the iconic silhouette, but it's just modified to this way of going against the grain, going like deconstructed. Like, bro, the Jordan 1 off white is better than the original. I'm saying it. I'm
gonna tell you, man, it's almost like, and this is what I loved about it eventually. Like once I got past my own little, you know, cause it's like you said.
I'm glad you're saying it. I'm not saying nothing. I'm glad you're saying it.
Like look, like the old heads say, like, you know, they ain't touching the OG, this and that. But I'm like, it's like a Frankenstein shoe almost, like the way he did it. Like, it's like, yeah, we got alive, mortal humans, but let me do all these things, let me bring it back to life. And it's like, that's what he did with the off-white ones. It's like, we had, like, how many times were they going to retro the Chicago's or the Breads or the black, or the black toe.
The band ones, the free throw the free throw lines are the threes.
Look, he refreshed it. Like,
bro, they finna make one that's come out in November.
And exactly.
Them ones fire though.
Well, I guess it's the same thing, but it's kind of like, I guess it's just, but like you said, it's still that worn look on it.
Exactly.
That vintage.
Yeah.
And sadly, I ain't gonna say sadly, because I mean, I get it, it's art, but it's like, I'm paying all this money for a beat up shoe. When you just sell it to me new, I wear it, I do my thing with it, and it actually gets that look.
Is it beat up though? Is it beat up?
Bro, if you said, and they did it with the AJ, with the KOs. I think they did like a warm pair some years ago. But essentially, in my opinion, it's cheating because it's kind of like you yellowing it before I even get to wear it. You know what I'm saying? Beat it up.
I'm gonna wear it regardless.
That's true. But I'm just talking about more so from paying for it.
Yeah.
Like I'm paying resale if I don't catch it on release date. I'm paying resale. I'm paying all this money for beat up, which is kind of like it's like not oxymoron, moronic. But it's kind of like what do you call it? Like a contradiction because it's like I love the off-white look, but at the same time, it's different, man. Off white is its own, like you said, it's deconstructed. It's its own shoe.
Yeah.
Almost some yellow on it. Like I can do that myself.
What's the shoe of the year?
You know, I kind of fell off a little bit with it, but I feel like I said it at one point. It was early in the year. A shoe I'm trying to think of. I was like, this is shoe of the year. And this was early. This was early this year.
It's not the Travis Lowe's?
Bro, see, you love the Travis. You love the Travis.
Bro, like, I'm not gonna lie. The reverse swoosh is iconic, bro. It's fire. It's fire.
No, it definitely is. Like,
I'm gonna cut you off.
That's another person.
Go.
What you say?
No, because I'm just saying, I just feel like I love the low tops more than the high tops. The high tops, probably I can do without them. But the Travis Lowe's, bro, are really fire. He haven't missed on a Travis Lowe colorway. Is Travis undefeated?
I don't think he's undefeated, man.
What's his worst shoe?
The worst Travis? Like, this is gonna be a super unpopular opinion.
You finna force it.
Nah, bro. The ones with the grill on, like the Air Force Ones.
The
like
first Air Force
gold fangs. I mean, not gold fangs. They had the fangs on. And they was like the little
the blue ones.
The little accent feet.
The blue ones.
No, they were like they were early.
Oh no, them not weak. Them not weak.
I'm like, bro, this like. I'm like, they overrated.
Only one that's weak is the 37. Remember he had some Travis 37s, the hooping shoe that was weak.
Bro, that's given.
We can't. But other than that, I think Travis undefeated. Cause the 270s grew on me, and I'll give you credit for that. You helped me see that the 270s are fire.
Bro, you know that's one of my favorite Travis. Like I like something that really gives me something different. Like,
yeah.
And that's not just for the sake of being different, but it's like I love the gold. You know, I like Gucci colors. Like I like the tans. I love the like that. I'm gonna tell you right. So like I think it's called like some gold, like the Air Max ones, not the browns, but the other one. Well, not the dark brown, but the ones that's like a tannish brown, like gold color.
Yeah.
Like I love that colorway. You know, but yeah, I think some of them ones is overrated.
Which
like,
ones?
The PlayStation ones, I'm like,
I would give you that.
I feel like it's gimmicky. You know, I'm like, yeah. The only thing good on is the backward swoop. I'm like, bro, I don't think 1,000 plus justifies backward swoops.
But just because you don't think it's that fly, it's not trash though. You just think it's overrated. Travis still undefeated. It's only so many collabs are undefeated. Travis undefeated. Joe Freshgood.
Joe Freshgood, in my opinion, it's like
Joe,
bro,
this man, bro.
Hold on, real quick. Salehi Brimberry, in my opinion, got some of the best New Balance collaborations, and I feel like they fly under the radar
because of Joe. And we can't get mad at that. Joe is giving us fire after fire after fire. bro, Joe, I gotta see you when we get off. I gotta see you the new ones that just came out. They just resurfaced on Twitter. It's like 4 colorways, and I'm like, this man do not miss. New Balance should be giving him whatever he's asking in money revenue. They should be giving him anything he asking for.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you, like, I think a lot of these colorways are safe. Like, and that's what's crazy, like, cause listen, man, you like the crazy colorways. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know for me, I know you known for loving the colorways is out there.
Yeah.
But it's like most of these colorways are safe. Like it ain't nothing really special about. Like a lot of these colorways, if they were just GRs, like they were just straight up New Balance releases. I'm like, it just wouldn't be nothing special. Like it's just in my opinion.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think that's. I don't know where that's coming from though. What shoes are just safe? Cause Joe really he really him with this.
I mean, bro, his colorways are dope. I'm just like, man, it ain't warranting like, oh, he's amazing, he's this. It ain't even like in my opinion, right? So Sean Witherspoon, was kind of taking it, in a different direction. But it's like Sean Witherspoon, his first shoe was the Air Max 190. What was it? 97. The Air Max 97 1 collaboration. It's like
broke the
that
net.
Is iconic.
Iconic.
Joe Fresh Goods doesn't have that to me.
Oh,
This is my opinion.
Okay, he don't have it on the scale of the Sean Witherspoons. Of course, ain't too many. Only one that's on the scale of that, if we're gonna talk about like shock factor and changing the world of sneakers, the Yeezys, some Yeezys that came out, particular Yeezys, and the Off-White Jordan 1s.
And Travis.
But we can't do Joe like that though. You gonna put Joe against the Sean Witherspoons where you have people camping out at night in Virginia trying to get them mugs? Come on, bro.
Hold on, man. But look, and this is like something that we ain't really talking about, but I just thought about it. Like, would any of Joe Fresh Goods collaborations compete with Bodegas with New Balance?
Ooh, yes. Because the Bodega, I think they're the 90s 997s with them different colorways with the Bodegas. Bro, Bodega do got some good collabs with New Balance. I ain't gonna lie. We're gonna have to do it.
Ain't nothing touching the OG 990 Bodegas, in my opinion.
That's not a bad take. Because Bodega did go crazy. Yes. If we're gonna think about it, Bodega collabs was the beginning of New Balance collabs.
Exactly.
I mean,
it's like, listen, like, and I'm trying to think, because he has more recent, like more so recent. It's like a fuzzy, it's like a tan colorway. I like. Can't think of the moment, but I'm like, it's dope. Mm-hmm. I'm like, would I even look twice if it was just a regular GR from New Balance?
One thing I like about him is it's not his name behind it though. I really do like, and he picking good models too of the New Balance. It's not the normal 574s, the 990s, and things like that. He picking some other what's the names? Dang, what happened? He picking some other type of models. I hope we good. Find it. His phone probably went. You good?
Can you see me?
I can't see you now.
Oh.
There we go. Yeah. But again, he picking some decent colorway, some decent models.
It's just, and this is not knocking nobody that loves. I know you love his collaboration, but I'm like, they just, I don't know, like, bro, if somebody bring them up down the line, forget about them. They just,
I don't think so. I don't think you're not forgetting about that. You're not.
Not for me, because look, for me, I love Bodega. I still ain't. I think they did the 990s last year, and I'm like, actually the resale was affordable.
Okay.
That's just my opinion. But Joe Fresh Goods.
Yeah. I respect it though. I respect it. I'm just glad to have you come on, bro. I know this is out your comfort zone. I know. But we do this every day, bro. We do this all the time. So I'm glad that we was able to bring you on, and let's just talk about something that we both love, bro. Cause this is light to us. You know what I'm saying? This is light.
Almost definitely, man. And I want to say too, man. It's like I'm thinking, like, man, it probably ain't much to talk about. Like, it's only so much. But like, as we get the flowing, I'm like, man, it's so far you could go with this. Like, it's so much stuff we didn't even touch on.
We didn't touch on that we could do it another time, but I don't want to hold you too long, but I just appreciate you coming on, bro. I ain't gonna lie, man.
Now, I appreciate you bringing this to my attention, man. It was somewhat short notice. I don't really like all the public speaking and attention and stuff.
I think you did good.
I appreciate it.
I think you did good.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
We're gonna be back tomorrow. I'm doing something with my guy artist tomorrow. We talking sports. We'll be on at noon tomorrow, so make sure y'all check it out. And if you missed out on the one from Tuesday, we talking Game of Thrones and House of Dragons, go watch that. But I appreciate y'all stepping by, being active in the chat. My guy Cortez said you did good, bro. So, hey, I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for coming through, man.
I appreciate that. Hey, and Dennis, it was a pleasure meeting you.